Well, hello everyone. This is Sharon again, coming at you with another story. You can see from the screen what we're going to talk about. That's Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. And so today we have TC and Jamal with us, and they're going to have their little input on it, and we'll see what they have to say about old Colin. So whoever want to jump in, they'll jump in.
Now, we admire that Colin wants to be an activist, stand up for civil rights and all that. But you done made your money, you sued the NFL, you got your money, you keep doing tryouts because they keep dangling this little carrot in front of you, so that way you can't sue them again for not giving you a try. You are 35 years old. You haven't been hit and tackled like that since 2016. I don't care how much you exercise, you haven't been hit and tackled every day. And go ahead. Enjoy your endorsement deals that you got and raise your kids.
You still have endorsement deals?
Yeah, endorsement deal through McDonald's, Jaguar.
Now, today, this year?
I don't know how.
Or he used to?
Well, we know he's still with Nike though.
He is?
Yes.
So you made your money. You should have just went and played for the XFL. But you wanted $20 million. You think you $20 million man.
No, he shouldn't want that much. They've been out for a while. He should have just said, okay, at least I'm playing the game that I love. He said he loved the game. So go play the game that you love. You still been getting exposure. And if you have I guess done an exceptional job with that league, they would increase your pay. What you think?
Man, I believe so.
Oh yeah, well at least probably maybe, we don't know for sure. Mike got back in the NFL.
Been a backup quarterback.
Well, that'll be money coming in, right?
Yeah, there's been money coming in.
Well, he said he want mom playing backup, but ain't nobody picking.
The NFL is done with you. You done with the NFL. Let's call it a day.
Well, after you sue them, they're not just gonna oh well, let him come on back. He can play with us. What if you decide to sue him again?
That's sit around campfire, hold hand, roast marshmallows. We ain't worried about that money.
Yeah, cause they have to think whether he gonna try that again. Something else happen, he gonna try to sue him again.
Then on top of that, you got the pass a physical.
Well, he says he can pass the physical. He said he'd get up every morning at 4:30 a.m. and work out.
But you're not in training with nobody. Nobody's tackling you.
Well, he's not being tackled, but I guess he got a trainer.
Well, look at it. I wake up every day and hoping I'm 23, but I'm not.
Well, what they got to do with him training every day?
His body's not the same. He don't got it.
Training and getting on that field and getting hit is two different things.
And running plays, and you not running no plays for no people, don't no passes or have a quarterback running. You just exercising.
Well, I guess he figured if Tom Brady can do it at 45, why can't he do it at 35?
See, but the thing is, Tom Brady consistently played.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Well, it's just been, 6 years?
6 years, you haven't played in 6 years.
See what happened to Michael Jordan when he was out for a year and trying to come back. He was trash. He was garbage when he came back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not like he's not doing anything. He's got a book out talking about his life. And he's got a documentary coming out with Spike Lee. So, and then he's still doing activist work. But football is in the system. He can't get it out.
Well, he need to get out of the system. His new role is activism, endorsement deals, and family man. That's it. That's it for you.
Well, yeah, that's right. He's got a new baby. He's got a baby. He's a daddy now. So I guess he put all that training and work in with his son. I don't know if it's a boy or not. But if you got a son, you put all that training in with your son. With the money you were making when you were playing, I think, this is just my opinion, I think you should have found another way of making a point of protesting other than doing your little knee on the football team, on the football field. What did that get you? did that change anything? No, it didn't.
Even though he wasn't the only one doing, but they chose to single him out.
Well, he was the big fish.
Yeah.
He was the big fish in the pond. That's why they chose him. Well, they showed a picture of other guys on their knee too, but they didn't nothing happen to them. They were small fish. They were little minnows in a lake. But he could have stood out another way. He could have donated money. He could have done anything. Getting down. I'm gonna tell you something, Colin. With the state of Black America the way it's in, and the way we're killing ourselves with drugs and alcohol and crime, and getting down on your knee won't go change nothing. It won't go stop the police from shooting black people and killing black people. And it still hadn't. And you're still out of a job. And nothing changed. Because until black people learn how to love themselves and invest in themselves and do what's right, ain't nothing gonna change. What y'all think?
No, I agree with that.
The way I look at it is, you risked your job. I understand what you was doing. I understand that.
Yeah, I understand it.
Don't put your job over the line that's paying your bills to make a statement. There's other ways to make a statement. You can make a t-shirt.
Well, I could at least wait till your contract goes up. Then start doing all this.
Yeah. I mean, you thought you were helping your people, but until they learn how to help themselves, you're wasting your time. And don't ever do that again. I mean, you can donate money or you go on speaking engagements while off season, or I don't know what else you can do, but our people as a whole, the black people, and I'm not talking about everybody because I don't want to dump everybody in the same mixing bowl, but the majority of the black population, they're not interested in doing anything right, productive, upstanding. Look at all the people in prison. There's a lot of people in prison that really don't, they were innocent, but the majority of them not innocent. And all they want to do is, seem to me, like, they're hell bent on doing what's wrong. And they hell bent on treating each other like garbage.
And that's like will I go to my job and sit on my knees talking about I ain't doing nothing and still expect to have my job?
No. See, you making the NFL the white people. That's the ones who own the NFL.
Pretty much.
You making them look bad. They paying you big dollars. And you out there on your knee protesting what white people do. You didn't think about that, did you?
But you collecting white people money, but you out there protesting.
You want to protest, or you hit the whole Black Power sign.
Or wait until the off season. You should have waited till the off season when you weren't playing no more, and then went out there and went around and saying your piece and marching with them, holding the sign or whatever. But you didn't think that one through.
You can't be on company time and do whatever you want to do.
No.
I mean, it's stated in your contract. When you sign a contract, there's lots of things you can't do, and what you did was one of the things that you couldn't do.
Yeah. I mean, there's consequences to every action, Colin. Whether you do what's good, there's good consequences. You do what's bad, there's bad consequences. And I'm not saying what you did was bad, but it wasn't the best idea you could have came up with. It wasn't the best thing. I mean, look out for your people, but you gotta look out for yourself too. You got to look out for all this work you put in to getting where you are. I mean that goes back to a story from the Bible. Moses. When Moses was born, the Israelites were still slaves in Africa, and the Pharaoh had made a decree that all baby boys must die because they didn't want the population to build up because they scared the Israelites were going to take over. So when Moses was born, his parents hid him for 3 months. Then they put him in a basket and put him in the Nile, and his mother had his older sister to follow the basket to see what happened to him. And the Pharaoh's daughter was out taking a bath, and she saw the basket and she heard the baby crying, so she had the people go over and get him. So they went over and got him, and from that day on, she raised Moses. She raised Moses. He was a Jew. She raised him in the palace, and when he got a grown man, he went out into the work field, and he was conscious of the fact that he was a Jew and the people, those slaves, they were Jews too. So he saw two Jews fighting. Well, no, he saw one of the guards mishandling a Jew, and he killed the guard and buried him in the sand. Next day he went out and two Jews were fighting. And the one Jew that saw him kill him said, "What are you going to do? You going to kill us too?" And he had to run and hide for his life. He thought he was doing something good for his people, but look, it backfired on him. Just like what you did. You thought you were doing something good for your people, and it backfired on you.
Well, he was doing something good, but he should have did it on his own time, not the NFL time.
Well, he thought he was doing something good, but unless the people want to do what's good, I don't care what you do, what you say, how much money you give, unless the population in whole want to do the right thing and come to their senses, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time because it didn't change not one thing. Nothing changed except for your employment.
Man, it cost himself a lot of money when he could have renewed his contract.
Mm-hmm.
His contract extension before he did that would have lasted through 2020.
Oh, wow.
$114 million contract.
Wow. Wow.
Messed up and threw it down the drain.
And then when it was up in 2020, he could have renewed, couldn't he?
Yeah, even if he didn't want to. He could have walked away with $141 million, then done his own thing.
I mean, you gotta think. I hate that for him because he still want to be in the game. He still loved the game, but
the game doesn't love him no more.
The NFL doesn't love him anymore.
There you go.
I mean, Colin, you should have consulted with someone. You should have talked with someone, and you should have had someone help you make that decision on whether you wanted to do that or not. You should have prayed about it. I don't know if God was a part of your life or not, but you should have spent some time in prayer and hearing from the Lord, and He would have told you what He wanted you to do. That is, if you into that. But you should have sought counseling. You should have went to somebody wise and said, this is what I'm thinking about doing. What do you think? They said, like, really? Are you crazy? You're gonna get down on your knee for people who don't care anything about themselves? You care more about them than they care about themselves? And you go risk throwing away your life for people who don't care anything about their own life? Really? What you think?
I mean, you pretty much everything said made sense.
I mean, you just woke up and winged it. Some things don't call for a wake up and wing them on it.
Yeah, I know it.
You should have a game plan for this.
Yeah.
And why don't your woman, I'm gonna call her name Nessa, Why she talked to you before you did all this?
Was she with him when they did that?
Yeah, she was with him. Now she complaining about him being blackballed, but you should have talked to this man before he did this.
Well, true. That's true. I mean, he should have consulted with someone. He really should have consulted with someone. I mean, you should have went to your, your white parents. Said, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I bet they would have. I bet they was like, "Are you crazy? You gonna do what?" And you knew good and well Trump was the president, and you knew he didn't care too much about people of color. You knew that. Then you're gonna be, even though you're not, you're biracial, but he still saw you as a colored man. So, come on. Maybe if old Trump hadn't got out there and said all that garbage, they probably wouldn't have done nothing.
They probably wouldn't. But the owners had to please Mr. Trump, his constituents.
Yeah, Trump made it a point to point that out. But he didn't say nothing about those other people. He called you by name and pointed you out. But I don't know. I hate it for you. I really do. So maybe you need to give up that NFL dream of yours. Maybe think he still go back to the other team, the other league.
That's if he decide he don't want $20 million, but as long as he want $20 million, it ain't gonna happen.
I mean, he got his own publishing company. I mean,
yeah,
he do stuff for the media outtakes, so you're straight. It's not as straight as you once was, but something is always better than nothing.
Well, you should at least been playing in the XFL, so your body still could be conditioned being hit, throwing, passing, running plays.
Yeah.
Because you work out every day and throw the football. I don't know who you throwing football to, but you need to have a team you throwing football to.
Well, I guess I'm not real knowledgeable on football, but I am a little knowledgeable on life. I am a little knowledgeable on life. Been around for a while. Been around the block a couple of times. And I do know, when I was working as a counselor, I do know that you cannot help someone who don't want help. I mean, you can talk until you blue in the face. If that person don't want help, he ain't gonna change. Even though you're giving them good information and you're there for them and trying to encourage them, if they don't want help, you might as well talk to the wall, because they're not going to change. They're going to refuse to change, and that's the way we are as a black people. I hate to say that. I really hate to say that, but our people are dying from the lack of knowledge. I mean, we're the stiff-necked, hard-headed people that they ever were. And we refuse to change. We still want to do things our way. And it's not changing. Don't you? There's a website I want the people to go to. It's called Black Culture Unlocked. And it will tell you'll see all the horrific things that black people have gone through since slavery. He's going to show you all the horrible, horrible things that white people have done to black people since slavery. Look at that and then decide if you that loved here. You're not loved. And I don't understand you. Your ancestors went through horrible, horrible things. All the massacres and all the horrible things that happened to them. And here you are out here acting stupid, jumping around on the stage, singing about vulgar stuff, and your ancestors died. All they want to do is make a living and die and be left alone, and you are here acting like you're wild animals. I hate to say that.
Hey, that's what it is.
What you think? What you think, TC? You think that? What you think about the way people acting today as a black people?
I mean, you got to, from this point, you got to expect to see what you're about to see. And no, they're not ready to get it together. I don't think they ever be ready to get it together.
No, they don't act like it. Nobody wants to change. Nobody wants education. Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to be drug and alcohol free. They still want to sell drugs. They still want to be clowns for the music industry. They still want to just do stupid stuff.
I said, should have done all this on your own time, not the NFL's time.
Yeah.
It might would turn out better for you.
It would have.
In the off season or something like that,
In the off
y'all.
season. In the off season, you could went out on the street and got down on your knee all you wanted, all day long. Took your little cushion out there because you know the pavement get a little hard on your knees when you're bending. Well, so you take your little cushion out there, get down on that one knee, and sit there all day long on that one knee. Wouldn't make no difference. Just like it didn't make no difference what you did, but you thought it was. It was a good idea, but you didn't think it through. You didn't think it all the way through. You out there on the white man's field, taking the white man's money, interfering with the white man's game, and interfering with his beloved Star-Spangled Banner, and look what he got you.
While you was on the clock.
On
You
the
did all
clock.
this on the clock, not off the clock.
On the clock. You still got a little brown in your skin there, Colin, and you had that big old afro, so, wasn't always there. And you for some reason you thought you might could get away with it, but you didn't, and I hate it for you. But that's all we got. That's all I have to say. What about you guys? Y'all have any last words?
Do better on your own time.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, just give me a little something to think about, and until next time, we'll talk with you later. Bye.